What's up, gamer people? It's your boy Pictures85, and in today's Destiny video, we'll be talking about the Destiny's Twitch livestream, the Age of Triumph sandbox update that they did. And I'm just go ahead and give you guys a rundown of what they talked in the video that I thought was the most important. And they started off showing all the armors that are coming from all the raids. So this update, and the one thing that really stood out is each one of these raids is gonna have an elemental primary weapon. So there's bringing those back, so each raid will have one particular primary weapon for each one. And of course they started off with the Vault of Glass, and I really like how they did a specific design to each character. Like the Warlock has like these tentacles coming out of his back, the Titan has this shield on his back, which I thought was phenomenal. I thought it was gonna have like some sort of impact, but they said it really doesn't do anything. And of course the Hunter, which has that robot leg and robot arm attached to it. And they said each of these raids are gonna have ornaments for your arms, for your armor pieces, which are gonna be sort of like tokens. And they said no matter which raid you get that token from, you could apply it to any of the other armors from the different raids. So no matter what raid you do, you'll be able to apply it to any piece of armor. The main thing, they said they were showing the Fatebringers coming back, the Vex Mythic class, and the Vision. And these will have an ornament to it, and you can either get them as an exotic or a mythical class legendary weapon. Then moving on, they moved on to the Coda Armor, which I thought this was incredible. And from this armor on, they said every time your guardian takes damage, the design of it will go away and then it'll come back. So I thought that was really incredible for them to show, especially when you're fighting in the raid, to show other players if you're really taking damage, to tell them to back away and let them regenerate their health. That would be a perfect way when playing the raid, especially if you're playing with a bunch of random people that you don't know. And of course, I really like how they use, depending on what character you are, it's also a design as well. So the main weapons is the Ward of Coda, the Necrochasm, they're all coming back. They said that the Necrochasm will have once you kill an enemy, they will bring back, the enemies will explode once they die to damage other people. But the main thing that I was really hoping for them to say was that we're going to bring the Black Hammer back. But apparently that's not the case. They said that the Black Hammer is way too overpowered to bring back, that they're just going to stick with the Black Spindle instead. Then they moved on to the King's Fall Raid Armor, which for my opinion, I think this is the weakest one out of all the armor sets that they came out with. Because even though they look great for the individual Guardian, to me it just looks like there's just cracks on the armor to show that the power is overflowing over their armor. But to me, that doesn't really compared to all the other armors, this is like the weakest one to me, even though it still looks great. And in my opinion, I think this is the weakest one. Of course, they talked about Crota's Bane, which they said that they will start increasing the hand cannons, the range of it, just by a hair. They said it's just something that they looked up in the reports, and they just want to increase it just a little bit. And of course, the Touch of Malice is getting an ornament to it. And then they moved on to the Rise of the Machine raid, which I think the armor was incredible. I really like how they showed how the armor is breaking off of them, and it's crystallizing sort of digitally at the same time. And also they also gave a hint that the auto rifles will increase just a slight in damage and its range as well, to give it more of a boost. As I said, that sidearms are being overused right now, and they kind of want to balance it with the primaries right now. Then they moved on to the Age of Triumph, the treasure box that you'll only be able to get from Eververse. The armor looks, to me, it looks very good. It's not great, but at the same time it's sort of paid content, especially since most of the people are going to pay to get this armor, and you don't have to grind for it like in the other raids. You'll be able to design those designs on your armor. You'll only be able to get them if you use chroma. So of course, if you use different colors of chroma, you'll have a different look of the design. And at the same time, your class item for each of your 3 classes, you'll only be able to get that for doing the Speaker's Quest. So in order to get that class item, you have to finish the Speaker's Quest to receive it. And of course, they did new skins for Dragon's Breath, Lord of Wolves, and the Soros Regime, which has 2 ornaments for it. And to give a quick hint, they also increased the attacks, the blink strike, and they limited the rocket to the truth to 1 rocket per time, and you must reload every single time. And of course, they also did a change to the No Land Beyond, which that you'll be able to take damage now, or at least more damage while you're zoomed in, because a lot of players were able to cheat out of a little bit of damage and still survive while using the No Land Beyond. And the last but not least, the artifact Scory, which lets you increase your teammates' special. They said they're making a change or a modify to it where you have to kill somebody now before it starts recharging. So even if your super's charged, it will not start helping your teammates recharge their super until you kill somebody, and then you go to your teammates and they'll start regenerating. Hopefully you guys like this video. Like and subscribe. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuce.